Hey, what's up, everybody? Alright, so this has been my long-awaited live stream I've been really anxious to do, or nervous to do, or I'm not exactly sure. I'm definitely looking forward to getting into this thing. It's just, these things are so hard to come by. And, hey, what's up, Andy? There's Marilyn, hey. There's Renee. There's Elandil, what's going on, my friend? Eddie, what's up? There's Robin, hi. So, I'm going to give it just a few minutes and let some folks show up before I rip into this thing. And I'm going to attempt to eat as much as possible of this thing tonight. And if you didn't know already, there's a whole bunch of calories right here. I'm not going to pack this video or this live stream with a whole bunch of information about Ration cold weathers. I'm going to save that for the review, putting some information in there, because I plan on reviewing one of these pretty soon. So hopefully Steve shows up here shortly too. I've been talking to him today. And Super Furball, what's up? Yes, sir, your comment came through, my friend. I think you might have had troubles with that one time, if I remember correctly. I remember your avatar or icon there. Yeah, definitely. Steve's my dude, man. He'd be a good addition to a Ration cold weather, because, like Steve, this is one of my favorite rations to ever have gotten my hands on. I don't know from experience how good they are, but I'm about to find out. But if I go by anything that he's had to tell me, then I'm in for a treat. So I'm really looking forward to this. And I can't remember what kind of oatmeal. I hope this has the strawberry oatmeal. I really do. I don't think I can. You can kind of see. See, you can kind of see through there. Of course, you can see the accessory packet, which is a really cool white accessory packet with the closure devices in there and stuff like that. On the back, let's just see what it says is in this bag. We got instant oatmeal, we got nut and raisin mix, cocoa beverage powder, beverage base apple cider, fruit bar, instant soup, crackers, accessory packet, spoon in that bag. And in this bag, we have our main, which is rice and chicken, not chicken and rice, oatmeal cookie and granola bars, powdered beverage base orange. We have a chocolate covered brownie. We have the instant tea mix. I'm going to say that probably has lemon in it. Candy. That could be candy. I don't think that's the candy bars. That's probably going to be like Tootsie Rolls, most likely, I would say. And a spoon. So, let me just check my phone real quick, guys. And it's being... Oh, well, maybe that's why. Alright, yeah. Steve's going to be dropping by. That's awesome. Could definitely use some pointers on this. I always, with my mains, any freeze-dried main, guys, I'll just go ahead and throw this out there in the very beginning, that you want to put less water in there than it recommends, and then go from there, because my personal experience with all the Mountain House mains that I've had, the recommended amount of water is always too much. So, pulling up a... also, while I got everybody, I got 44 folks in here. If we got 9 thumbs up, hit them thumbs up, man. Maybe YouTube will promote this, or hit the thumbs down if you don't like it. Either or, really, YouTube doesn't mind. They just is a calculation to them, up or down, and they're good with that either way. So, anyways, I had some folks that said that they liked the way the end of the last stream was shaping up, and recommended I do something with that. I'm not exactly sure how, or I guess I could. We could do a live stream like the ending of the last one. I won't bring up a whole bunch of it right now. Whoa, hey, Merry Christmas, Blindside. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate that, man. that French freeze-dried is on my list of things to do very soon, man. That's that one, and I've got a Russian that got in that same mail call that I've got to get done. That's why I haven't been saying anything about any mail calls or anything. I want to get that stuff caught up. You guys absolutely deserve that. So I've just gotten some things, and also time has been an issue. It's Christmas time. Everybody knows that. Hey, what's up, Malta Magnum? Hey, just busy for a few. Be back. 80% unknown soldier. Kaylist is here. James says, Merry Christmas from Germany. This is a very fitting ration for, hey, Dan, thank you, sir. Cyanide Cookies. Very generous $20 donation, man. That was really, really awesome. Let me skip back through here because it looks like I might have missed one, because it's adding me up to 24. Thank you so much for that $20 donation, man. And Blindside, thank you so much for that $10 donation. I want to put on a good show for you guys tonight. So we're definitely going to, I'm going to attempt to eat as much of this as possible. So the rubber bands are coming off right now, guys. Oops. Rubber bands are coming off. And is there more than one, or is that? No, that's one. Look at that. That's a big old rubber band. And it's still nice and rubbery and stretchy. It's not dry rotted. A lot of times when you see these things and they haven't been stored properly, especially the ones with the rubber bands on them, and that's, again, I'm kicking myself for not recognizing Sinpak as a maker of RCW. I don't know why it skipped my mind whenever I did the unboxing of these, but Sinpak did it, and I believe they used rubber bands at some points too, because I'm pretty sure the one that I had, or I have half of one left, sent half to Shocker. You guys go check out Shocker. Shocker71 has a Ration Cold Weather review up on his channel, and half of it is part that I sent him. I sent him half of it, and Sniper sent him the other half of it, so he had an entire Ration Cold Weather. But I think my half was Sinpak. I think I haven't watched that video in a while, but you guys go check that out. It was I think it was half Sinpak and half Warnick, maybe. I'm having troubles remembering, but I'm pretty sure that I sent. Yeah, I know I did. I sent him a Sinpak. So that's a really cool rubber band. I don't know where you'd even buy rubber bands that large. I mean, that would easily go around probably a 50-gallon trash. I mean, it'd be tight on a 50-gallon trash can, but it would go around a 50-gallon trash can. All right. So that rubber band is going to go up here because I don't know yet, I might save this bag afterwards. Hey, Viking MTG, thank you so much. That was very much appreciated. Very generous donation from Viking MTG. It's a new, that's a new donation, or new donator, I should say. I don't remember or recall ever getting one from them before. I really appreciate that. That definitely keeps the momentum going, that's for sure. So I know I've just been blabbing for, wow, 8 minutes. So, all right. Steve hasn't showed up yet, but we've still got a lot of stuff we got to do before we start actually eating, and that's unbagging, or whatever, unpackaging this. And I'm going to open up both of these and lay everything out right here real quick. And then I'm going to back the camera up so I can get a shot of it later, because I might put a written review up on MRE info. And I don't want to cut anything in there when I do this. So let's just be careful. Hey, Dennis Hamilton, thank you so much. Merry Christmas. I really... Hey, sorry about that cutting out there, guys. Flip the camera back around there. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. My goodness, just in the, whenever I was talking about, thank you so much for that generous donation. That was from Dennis. Yes, Dennis Hamilton. Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas, guys. And I'm one of those people that's not afraid. Oops, I'm not afraid to say Merry Christmas. You know, it's Happy Holidays too, because we got New Year's coming up, but Christmas is 3 days away. Actually, you know, Christmas Eve is more like the holiday to me because that's when all the excitement goes on that night. So that feeling is definitely in the air, especially just took the trip to the mall, got some stuff for the kids. You know, it's really doesn't feel a whole lot like Christmas unless you go to the mall. I don't know why that is, but that smell in the mall and all the people but hustling around, it's just one of those things that I feel like gets you in the spirit. I know it's probably not a good thing, but it's a consumer's market, I guess. So there's, wow, look at that. All those white I love the white packaging. Absolutely love it. All right. I'm just going to pull it. No, I'm not, because I can't get it all out of there. So we'll go one at a time. Set this bag out of the way. There is our apple cider. And it says right on it, cold weather ration, or ration cold weather. Half a canteen cup. So what is that, 12 ounces, I believe? All right. And if you guys have not had U.S. MRE or ration apple cider, oh man, it's some good stuff. I definitely am going to have it hot. All right, we have the fig bars. And I actually have some blueberry ones right here on standby. I may end up cracking those open too since Steve's going to be here. I've been waiting on him to get into those. Going to be a lot of food tonight. All right. There we go. Cocoa beverage powder type 1 fortified. I'm going to move through these contents a little quicker for you guys. And this is a 1996 ration. Oh, I just dropped something. Oh. And as Bob Ross would say, there are no mistakes, there's just happy accidents. Hey, another donation. Thank you so much. Steve must have opened a C-Ration cheese crash. Yeah, I've been talking to him, told him he ought to do a ration with smokes in it. So hopefully that happens soon. That is really different from what I'm used to seeing. The nut and raisin mix, ration cold weather. It's 108 grams. That's a lot more than it usually is, but let me tell you guys, the seal on that is impeccable. You couldn't ask for anything to be vacuum sealed any better than that is right there. So that is a very good indication that those might still be edible. Hey, Blindside again. Steve's here, he says. Haven't seen Steve yet, but let me scroll back through here. Steve probably is here. He just texted me, I believe. Let me check. I'll be quick. I'm going to keep moving on as I'm checking. Hey, he's there. All right. He says he's in, so he must be in here. Wow, these crackers are a little bit worse for wear. They got a huge dent in them right there. I know it's picking up on camera, as you guys can see. Hey, thanks again for that, Blindside. I really appreciate that $10 donation, man. That stuff's racking up quick tonight. And it's very much appreciated. During the holiday season, man, it's really nice to, I love being able to give you guys a good show, and you guys, it's awesome, man. It's a great feeling to know that you guys are enjoying it. So, these were produced on the 45th day, so what are we looking at? February of 1996. Wonder why they got that big 1 on there. Interesting. I wonder what that's all about. I guess there's, well, yeah, that 1 is strange to me. I don't know what that's about. Steve might be able to tell me. Here is our brown biodegradable spoon. Nice. Here we have our second cocoa beverage powder, type 1 fortified. Oh, it's not strawberry, it's apple cinnamon. That's all good though. Apple cinnamon, I like that just as well. This will also be a good way to see what kind of condition these are in, because the apple and the cinnamon, the apples usually oxidize pretty bad, especially if they haven't been stored very, very well. Like, they can even be stored well and they'll still oxidize pretty good. So here is our awesome accessory packet. Love this thing. So cool. And this is not your typical packaging for your accessory packet. This is like, if you guys were here last week, and if you haven't, go check that video out. I had omelet with ham last week from 92, I believe it was. And it had the accessory packet was like this packaging right here with the rough edges. And it didn't have any print on it at all. It was pretty strange, but that ration had edible cheese in it, from cheese spread in it from 1992. Perfect. The cheese couldn't have been any better. So here we have our soup instant, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this should be, I hope it's chicken soup. So there's our first empty ration cold weather bag. Set that off to the side there. I'm going to scoot these things over as far as I can, because there is a lot of contents to get to here, and we still have to open the accessory packet. So there we go. And there's our soup. Alright, let's get this bad boy cut open here. Still haven't seen Steve in the comments just yet. Trying to keep an eye on it, but also got to go through the contents. Renee says not buffering. Hey, there's Steve. Hey, Danny, he says. Alright. These are also another great indicator, and they feel perfect. And they look perfect, too. Look at that. Love the vintage MREs. Candy collectors out there go crazy for stuff like this. I mean, that pack of M&Ms right there alone is probably worth 15, 20 bucks. I mean, honestly, you could probably get that out of them without too much trouble. Here we have our instant tea mix, sweetened lemon flavor. I thought it was going to be lemon flavor. I wasn't sure. Third of a canteen cup on that. Everything, give me a smell. Okay. This one smells a little different, I think, because of the M&Ms. I think I smell the chocolate mainly. And we do get another spoon in there. Our brown biodegradable spoon. And we have another instant tea mix. And this sweetened lemon flavored again. Is there a little bit of discoloration on that? Let's see, on the camera. Maybe a little bit right here. I don't know what's going on there. Probably nothing. It's probably just my eyes. They're failing me a little bit. Alright, we have our beverage-based powder orange. And I've watched enough reviews to know that these should be like vitamin fortified. And they get a little bit weird after time if they're not stored properly. I'd say they probably were, though. Here we have the oatmeal cookie and granola bars. I love the fact that they put one of each in this package. So, let me show you guys. We have another package of the oatmeal cookie and granola bars. So, I actually have a double of this, so I can set one of these to the side, just like you could out in the field. You don't have to open them both up if you want one of each. So, I think that was a great thing that they done. I can't remember. I don't think Warnick did it, though. I think Warnick put all the oatmeal in one package. Steve could verify. But I think, hey, Robin, thank you so much for the donation. Wow. Super generous of you guys. I'm very, very excited, man. This is, you guys know I'm excited about opening this ration up. And thank you guys so much for the donations tonight. Merry Christmas to everybody. I should say that again. Merry Christmas. Not long off. Not long at all. Here we have the brownie chocolate covered. I've probably had about 40 of these things come out of MREs. I've never had a good one. Let's hope that tonight changes that. I hope that that's going to be the case, because that would make me very happy to have a good brownie chocolate covered. Like I said, I've never had a good one. Where can I put that? Put that right there. All right. And last but not least, we have the rice and chicken. And that is a big entree, guys. It doesn't look like it's very big. I mean, it's pretty thin. It's probably roughly about as thick as a pack of smokes. Yeah, it's pretty close. You guys can see that. And probably about as long, almost a little bit longer than a pack of 100s. So, probably about 5 inches long, about 4 inches wide. And it is very, very well vacuum packed, which is that's a great sign. Yeah, that makes me happy. So there is everything laid out. Let me move the brownie over here since I have room. And we're going to pick the camera up real quick, like, guys. There we go. Let me get a good shot of everything. And that is everything in the 1996 Ration Cold Weather rice and chicken from Right Away Foods. Alright. Get you guys squared back up there. We do have one more thing that we need to do. I guess I should have waited to back the camera up and open the accessory packet first. We're going to do that right now. See what all we got in this thing. Because this is one of the accessory packets that doesn't have the contents all listed on the outside, like a lot of accessory packets from this era do. Actually, 96, they might have started going to the clear packaging. I can't remember. But first up, we have some butt ration. The USSU butt ration, or toilet paper, or napkins, whatever you prefer to use them like. Uh-oh. Next up, we have some Red Taster's Choice. And it actually feels way better than it normally does, but that's no guarantee. So hopefully that's still good. And here's our candy. We have 2 Tootsie Rolls. Looking good. What else do we have? We have another butt ration, or toilet paper, or napkins. We have some White Chiclets gum. Looks like we have 1 package of cream substitute dry non-dairy, 1 package of coffee, 1 creamer, 1 Domino sugar, 6 grams. We have 1 pack of matches, white tip. And they are made by, made by D.D. Bean and Sons, North Carolina. And last but definitely not least, we have our 2 closure devices for wrapping up the main. These things are pretty cool. They're unique to this ration as far as I know. I don't think that they're in anything else. Pretty cool little thing that they added in there to keep your food tied up nice and tight. We might actually use one of the bags even. But there's everything with the accessories out of the bag. Backed up real quick. Alright, so let's move on here. Get a tray out. And then we got to get prepping some food here. Got our rice and chicken. Now I'm going to have the oatmeal like a dessert. We have a package of the cookies. And I'm going to set one of these off to the side since I have a double. I have a double of the sweet teas, a double of the cocoa beverage powders, and a double of the Tootsie Roll, the toilet paper, and I think that's it. That's all the doubles out of the way. So this is probably going to wait till like towards the end. So we got our orange drink, tea, apple cider, some crackers, nut mix, fig bars. Hey Steve, I was telling them that I've got those blueberry bars that you sent me right here on standby, and I'm probably going to go ahead and break into those as well. Might not finish them, but I'll be able to eat them later. But I definitely want to give them a try while I got you here on the live stream. That way, you can know my impressions of the blueberry bars, and maybe I could get some tips and thoughts from you on that. Let me grab those real quick. Right here. Here we go. Looks like these are out of a 90. These out of a 96 as well. Yep, Right Away Foods. Yes, sir. All right. So I'm gonna set that up. I lied. I do have a double. I have a spoon. I do notice that there's no Tabasco here. So I'm probably going to have to remedy that with a little bit of my own Tabasco, or I might use some hot diggity. We'll see. We'll see. Blueberry bars. Okay. Let's just get this main started to begin with. Nice. Those blueberry bars are a unique experience. The best ones are the 98s. 98s would have been Warnick's. Correct, I believe. I like the crystallization, man. I don't know. NRCW's never had Tabasco. Yeah. I think they should have, though. I mean, maybe it would have froze. You think would Tabasco freeze where it's vinegar? Like, mainly vinegar-based? I don't know. I wonder why they didn't put it in there. That was a good hiss right there, boys. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Absolutely no smell at all coming from that. Which, as you guys know, that is a fantastic sign of things to come. So this is very simple. If I can get a hold of it. Let's open our bag up here. And we'll take our contents and move them around a little bit. I'll get you guys a decent close-up here. Look at that. And I just heard my family has just pulled in the driveway out there, so you'll hear a little bit of racket in the background when they come in the door there. That's no big deal. So, instructions on this, it's saying to add 12 ounces. So what am I going to do? I'm going to add 8. I'm going to start off with 8 because I don't like my rice and chicken in this instance. I don't like it. Hey, thank you very much, Hunter Powers. MRE Reviews. Very much appreciate that generous $1.99 donation, my friend. That's very, very nice of you, man. Merry Christmas. Let's see. We need... Yes, Stella, don't go crazy. Where's my ounces at? There we go. Starting off with 8 ounces. And this is some super, super hot water, let me tell you. Okay. There we go. And I know I'm going to need a lot of water for this, so I may have to go get some more in my thermos here in a minute. We're going to try to disperse this through. I would try to hold it up for you guys, but I just end up burning myself. Alright. We'll get our trusty old brown spoon out there. Give it a good mix around. Make sure to get down in them corners. It's already reconstituting very quickly. Guys, it really does matter how hot your water is whenever you're trying to reconstitute a freeze-dried main. If your water is just, kind of hot, I mean, even if it was boiling a few minutes ago and you let it set around for a few minutes, your food will not reconstitute as well as what it could if that water was super, super hot. Now, I can already tell that I'm going to need some more water. So let me get... I'm going to put about 2 more ounces in it. Probably should have went ahead and went with 10. I know that's what everybody normally does. I know Steve usually goes with 10 on a 12. So... No harm there, though. Not a mistake, just a happy accident. That's what Bob Ross would say. Not a mistake. You guys, I got a treat for you here in a minute. It belongs to my son, but I think you guys are going to love it. I think you'll really like it, Steve. It's pretty cool. Give it a good mix around real quick, guys. Okay. Now, we need one of our closure devices in this mess over here that I have. I haven't straightened up yet. There we go. And what we're going to do is take this bag, Spin it up like so. Put our closure device around that. Wow, that's hot. Okay, so there's that. And then I think we're supposed to put it through here. Like so. And then I think we're supposed to use the other closure device, which I don't think we really need it. If I was out in the middle of nowhere, I might be all about that other closure device. You guys hear that? It's a pig noise. My dog got a new toy, or our dog got a new toy, and it's a pig, and it makes some really, really loud oinking sound, I guess is what I would call it. So, alright. Next thing we're going to get out, we'll get out the nut and raisin mix. But yeah, we're opening everything up all at once tonight. This is really out of my ordinary. And I'm going to attempt to eat as much as I possibly can of this all at once. I didn't get the hiss. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Whoa. Look at that. That is something else right there, boys. Look at that. Look at that. What in the world? I mean, I know it's the raisins, but what in the heck? That is so bizarre looking. Looks like a piece of art in itself, doesn't it? Look, it's like a old dinosaur or something. Look at that thing. Oh boy. I'm going to have to eat that. You know that, right? You guys know I'm going to have to eat that. The nuts are dark. I'm going to say that. Let's just go ahead and get that out there. And see the staining in the bag where it was vacuum sealed. But it was so well vacuum sealed. I'm going to have to try one of these right now. Just want to go for one. They look like they're pretty well salted too, which is kind of nice. But, alright, here we go with peanut down the hatch. And then I'll take care of the super chat that Kalis is telling me about right now. Here we go. Okay, they taste a little old. Okay, I got Hunter Powers. That's the only one I'm seeing, guys. Unless I'm missing it somewhere. And there's Gundog and Sticky Fingers. Is Hunter Powers the one that I'm because I did catch that one. And thank you again, Hunter, for that. No, not fruity at all. It's straight up solid peanut taste. It's not even super dry, man. I think these are fine. Yeah, they're fine. They just look a little weird. Yeah, it's all good. No weirdness, no fruity, no numbness. But you know what? Since we're already dug into these, let me just peel a bite off so you guys know what I'm eating. This monstrosity right here, I'm going to eat this. Maryland donated. It didn't show up. Let me go back. Definitely, there's Hunter. I'm still cruising back through the comments. There it is, Maryland. Holy cow. Wow. Merry Christmas, Maryland. Thank you so much for that insanely huge donation. Wow, I see it now. I don't know how I missed that. I saw Hunter's and I missed yours. Wow. Thank you so much again. So let me eat some old smashed raisins and see what you guys think about. I guess that's just so bizarre. Have you encountered anything this bad before? Like this? I mean, this looks pretty rough. Let's be honest. This looks like this may be like a fruit and nut bar, though. Who knows? Let's give it a try. Whole thing down the hatch. You know what? That's actually really good. So, we were out just now. They had coffee mugs. Buy one, get one for $5. So I got my coffee mug. What do you guys think about that? That's pretty wild, ain't it? Stella. Hang on, guys. I got to take this toy from her. She's going to be making all kinds of noise. Okay. You know what? It is like a fruit and nut bar. There's the toy that I was talking about. Go on, Stella. You can't have it right now. Go on. All right. So let me get this coffee mug out of the way. Probably won't even use that one this time, to be honest, guys. Okay. So let's see what this brownie's looking like. Pretty interested in well, we got a bunch of drinks to make. Let's go ahead and get started on that. Apple cider first, which it'll cool down. Let's do the tea mix. We'll do the tea mix. This takes a third of a canteen cup, so we'll do that. We'll do that in this cup right here. And this is the cup I think you guys are really going to like. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that looks perfect. Give you guys a look in there. No chunks. No nothing, focus. No nothing. That looks absolutely stellar. Now, we're not going to focus on the tea whenever I dump the water in here in a second. I want you guys to see something. This is a pretty special cup that I have here. Get some water out real quick. Yeah, I'm probably definitely going to have to go get some more water here in a second. And now my bird won't shut up. It's alright though. It's alright. Okay, now watch this cup, guys. Here we go. Check it out. Here we go. Come on. There it comes. There it comes. Look at that. Look at that handsome dude. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna have to add just a little more water to that, just so we can get the full effect. There we go. That, in case you're wondering, that is good old Bob Ross. A little bit of inspiration in this live stream here, coming from good old Bobby there. And you can see that his hair is actually one of his paintings. Just think this thing is so cool. Yeah, my son picked that up. I have no idea where he got it at, but he brought it in there the other night and told him I was going to have to use it. It's pretty great, though, I gotta say. Look at it. I mean, I gotta take another look at it in the camera. Look at that thing. Look at that. So cool. All right. So now we got Bob on standby. Romo. We gotta do. Oh, this stuff is so good. Half a canteen cup goes in here. I don't see. There's a little tear notch right there. Oop, oop, oop. Don't want to waste any of that good powder right there. And as you can see, oh man, the smell, I can smell it. Oh, it smells so good. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, maybe this could be like a mountain range in the background. One of Bob Ross's mountain ranges. It's nowhere near cool enough. Cool looking enough to be one of his mountain ranges, though. Yeah, he was really good at what he done. But it keeps declining, and I know I have money on there. I don't know why that would happen, Hunter. Thank you, though. Really appreciate that, man. It's it's definitely not something you have to do, my friend. So just enjoy the stream, and I'm already out of water. Wow. That's okay, though. I got more in there. All right. So let me go ahead and dump this in. I'll see if maybe I can get a little bit of help. And I did use hot water for the apple cider. I know a lot of people like to have that cold, and it is just as good either way. Honestly, I don't really have a hardcore preference on it. I just think that the hot water kind of brings out a little bit more of the flavor, makes it a little bit more intense. The sours are a little more sour, the sweets are a little more sweet. So, and the apple flavor is a little more intense. So, there's that. I may have enough to do. I definitely got enough to do the orange beverage base. Now, this is the actual canteen cup that they would have been using back then. I mean, this is a little older. This is 67, 68, but they ran these up until the 80s, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. And then they also have another style that you guys can go over to Sticky Finger 745's channel, and he has one. So the orange beverage base looks not so good. You guys can see that happened. Oops. But that is not unheard of. It just looks super funky. Look at that. That's not how it's supposed to look, just in case you guys were wondering. In the cinematic, I'll hide that with actual cinnamon and a ton of sugar. Citric acid makes the cider very unique. So this is so you're saying that this Ration cold weather cider is more unique than like the typical cider that you'd find in the 90s MREs? Because I love that cider. I love it. I wonder if I should put a little hot water in this to try to help it along. It's not looking so hot. I am going to dump a little bit of hot water into that, guys, just to see if it'll help it out, because I think it's probably going to need all the help it can get. Hey, Amber. Okay, hang on, guys. I'll be right back and go get some more hot water real quick. Might need more, actually. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and dump some cold water into that. Now that I gave it a second, I'm going to stir it around a little bit. Oh, wow. Give it a smell. It smells a little weird. Okay. It smells a little weird. Here goes nothing. This water's not ice cold or anything, but it's not supposed to be that dark brown color. There we go. I think it said half a canteen cup on the orange, didn't it? 2/3. Okay. So we can go just a little bit more water on that. And there's some kind of weird frothy something or other going on top of that. Alright. Lots of prep here, guys. Lots of prep. Give that a quick stir around. Got all my accessories off to the side here. Yep, that gooped up my spoon pretty bad. Yes, sir. It does. It has like a sheen on top of it. See if I can get that to pick up for you guys. And I know that like an oil sheen. And I know that ain't supposed to be there. I'm positive of that. So... okay. Well, just licking it off the spoon, it's not too bad. I don't think so, no. I think, no, I should be okay. Should be okay. We got our blueberry bars, and we got crackers. Okay, we got our cocoa beverage powder still to make, and our instant soup. Oh, and we have oatmeal. I forgot about that. That's going to be our main dessert. So this is going to end up being a mocha because, number one, I don't need another drink. And number two, it's about 25-75 that coffee's even going to be good percentage-wise. So hopefully it is. That orange drink's not very encouraging, but everything else looks perfect. Let me try this real quick. I always like to try the cocoa beverage powder beforehand to make sure. That tastes fine, but it tastes different. It tastes different than what I'm used to. Need some purple drink. Yeah. I can't afford that. Sipping on some lean. Like all them crazy SoundCloud rappers now. Alright, here we go with some water. Oh, yeah. Let's check out the coffee. Let's see what's up. Let's just see what's up. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. We got 78 folks in here right now. Hopefully we can break 100. If you know anybody who's not watching right now, let them know. Let them know that the live stream's going on. And going to be eating a whole crap ton of food here. Having conversations with you guys in the meantime. Absolutely. Someone say cognac. Hennessy. Let's see what's... oh, no. Daggone it. I was kind of looking forward to having some coffee in there, but... as you can see, trusty old Red Taster's Choice came through moldy again. Look at that. Just, ugh. That's a bad one. It's fuzzy. I bet it even smells bad. Nah, it still smells like coffee, but I'm not drinking that, guys. I do have my limits, and that's one of them, drinking super moldy coffee. If it wasn't a whole lot moldy, maybe, but that's really, really bad. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dump the sugar, and we're going to go ahead and put our non-dairy creamer in here also. There we go. Put that in there. It should be fine. Let me taste it real quick on my hand. Yep, that tastes fine. So, get some more hot water here. Hopefully this was just boiling because it's not feeling... okay, yeah, it's good. Okay, we're going to go with the actual recommended 6 ounces on this, I believe. There we go. Should fill the cup almost all the way up till the powder dissolves a little bit. There we go. And some air bubbles down in there. Yeah, that's a full cup. Pretty full. I ain't gonna lie. That's a happy... what is it? It's a happy accident waiting to happen. There's no mistakes on Ration Review live streams. There's only happy accidents. That's all. No mistakes. Just happy accidents. Okay. Just licking that off the spoon. This hot chocolate tastes different. Steve will verify this, I'm sure. But obviously, just from my initial barely tasting this, it is obviously different than typical I think a lot of these things are, of course, the nut mix is obviously different. What else has been different so far? The orange drink is obviously different. I think he mentioned that the apple cider drink in this is different. The lemon tea drink may even be different. So let's see what's inside of this right here. I'm guessing it's probably going to be a thing of cup of soup from Lipton, but no guarantees there. I'm not sure. Yep, it's Lipton. Cup of soup. There we go. This feels perfect. Now, what we're going to use for this, let's see, what do I got here? I got a bowl. Got a bowl. There we go. And this says 6 ounces of boiling water. So we're going to go with about 5 ounces, or roughly. And that should just about tap me out on the water. Let's get a good look at this. Let me smell it. It actually smells good. It's not clumped up or anything. Nice and loose. It looks good. Smells good. I have a feeling it's probably going to taste good. Oh, yeah. There we go. 5 ounces of water going to this. There we go. Hey, there's Hunter. Oh, wow. Holy cow, dude. Thank you so much for that $24.99 donation, man. Wow. Holy cow. Really, really appreciate that, man. Wow. Merry Christmas again. Holy. Wow. Geez, guys. Thank you so much for that generous donation. Really, really cool. And it looks, I'm going to have to guess that Hunter has an MRE review channel. Just judging by his name, I'm gonna go off that hunch, and I'll bet you if you click on Hunter and go over to his channel real quick, I'm gonna bet he's got MRE reviews over there. I'll find out after the stream myself, because this one I plan on going back and going through this one pretty extensively, doing a little bit of studying, because I'll be reviewing one of these rations here real soon. Alright, let's see what these crackers look like, because they got a huge dent in them. Let's see if I can, yeah, you guys can see that big old dent in them right there. Hey, Stella, take that bone somewhere else. Let's see if we get a hiss out of these crackers. Sounds like Karsten over in Germany has got to go to bed. So good night, Karsten in Germany. Merry Christmas, man. That was a good hiss, even though it was a little bit off camera. And I know, wow, these things they look different. They're definitely crushed. Definitely crushed. I'm going to have to move the brownie and put the crackers in this spot right here. That's alright though, because I just break them up like this to eat them with my food anyway. They do feel a little bit different than what I think they should. So, I'm going to go ahead and give that piece right there a try real quick. Nope, good to go. I'm going to save that right there. I think I might end up putting that in the soup. I think that's a good idea. Because it's just about time to dig in, and I'm hungry, guys. I haven't eaten today. Nothing at all. Preparing myself for this. So let's see what this brownie looks like. I've been putting this off. Really kind of never had a good one. Steve said to take care, Corey, and Merry Christmas. Never get a hiss or anything like that on these. And it looks similar, not the same, but similar to the oatmeal cookie chocolate covered. This is a little bit wider, and it's also more square, as the oatmeal cookie is a little bit more rounded along the edges normally. My experience anyway. I still don't have very high hopes for this, guys. It's got a little bit of that sorbitol sour smell to it. Just a little bit. It's not bad. It may still be edible. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see what the fig bars are looking like. Let me get that little bit of water out of there. I'll get the butt ration out here in a second. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Look, oh, focus. Look at that. Guys, this is a rare treat to get the very, very aged. You guys can see that crystallization on the ends right there. It's not supposed to be like that, but I really enjoy especially the ends. A lot of the sugar tries to migrate out of the bars, and it kind of builds up on the ends right there, and it's crunchy. I'm looking forward to taking a bite of that. Yum. Love those. One of my favorites, actually. And the last thing, we have our oatmeal cookie and granola bar. Other than our oatmeal, which we'll prepare that when it's time. There we go. Oh, these aren't individually wrapped inside. I thought they were. Huh. Interesting. I save like 90% of my old fig bars for smoking. Yeah, I eat a bunch of them. Yeah, I've probably eaten 25 of them over the last, I don't know, probably over the last year. Okay, so on the left, we have our oatmeal cookie bar here, and on the right, we have our granola bar. And they're both fantastic. These are one of the better things, I would have to say, or one of the more rare treats, for real. Very much a treat from the vintage MREs. Well, the granola bars didn't come in the MREs, just the compressed oatmeal cookie bars. But you could get the granola bars, and what else was in the long range patrols there in '98? You could get there was another bar that you could get. I can't remember which one it was. Anyways, time to dig in. Let's do. I'm gonna move this brownie because this is going to get hot. It's going to get hot, and you know what? I want a big old handful of this nut. You know what? I want a chunk. There we go. There we go. I want a big old, whatever you call that. I guess it's a bite. Later, Rob. Sorry, I got my mouth full. I'll talk with my mouth full, though. I don't care. As long as it don't bother you guys too much. So that, I guess, is just a remnants of things past, because I think this is how you used to keep the bag closed. And then they added the closure devices. They might have added them in '96. I bet they did. I don't think the Rafcos had these. Forgot about the Tootsie Roll. We can go ahead and get that out too. Gotcha, dude. I'm on the brownie as soon as I get this Tootsie Roll out of here, my friend. Before my palate gets all chickeny. Is that a word? Chickeny? Tootsie Roll looks good though. You gotta admit. Looks pretty much perfect. Nice ridges on there where it rolled out of the machine. Alright, I'm gonna break it open. Whoa. And your brownie does have a lot of nuts in it. But now, being discolored doesn't mean anything to me. Being discolored, it's where they've been in that brown chocolate brownie. So let me give it another smell. Oh yeah, that's that infamous sour smell. It's not strong though, but it's there. All right, here we go with the brownie, which I've never had a good one of. So here we go. Okay. You know what? That's edible. Sebastian. It's not good, but it's not bad either. And I'll be honest, 90% of the time that I have these guys, they are rock solid. This one, on the other hand, is nice, and it's not brittle. It's kind of soft. It's not brittle. It's just kind of soft, and that is a lot of nuts right there. I'm going to go for this piece right here that doesn't look like it's overflowing with the peanuts. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's just got that little bit of weird initial taste that kind of hits you right in the back of the throat, that sorbitol. If any of you guys have ever smelled or tasted old sorbitol, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a very unique flavor in itself. Renee's allergic to chocolate. I just sent her a bunch of chocolate. Ration chocolate, creepy baby chocolate. I hope she's not allergic to chocolate. I'm finishing that piece of brownie, but you know what? I'm going to try to eat that. I'm going to try to eat the whole thing, guys. It's a little bit. It's turned. My mouth is not my mouth, my tongue. Under my tongue. Getting a little bit of that like a contracting feeling. I'm wanting to dry it out, I would say. Alright, so I'm just going to dump this out here on the tray. It's going to get cold quickly. It comes out in a big old loaf. Look at that. It's a chicken and rice loaf. How about that? I'll present this a little bit better for you guys. Get some of these packages out of the way, where you're not looking at a clumped up mess over here. That's looking better, isn't it? That's looking better to me. Through the camera, it's looking better. That Bob Ross mug is epic, isn't it? Let's start off with, let's clear the palate with old Bobby. And what, I can't. This is the tea, I believe. I think I stirred it. I'm not going to use that spoon. All right, here we go. I'll give this a try. Oh yeah, that's the tea with lemon. That lemon's a really nice palate cleanser. Anonymous. Merry Christmas, Oldsmokey and Steve 1989, MREinfo.com or MREinfo. The creepy doll chocolate is pretty darn good, Sticky Fingers says. Yeah, it's taking a few sips to clear my tongue of the, I would call it a rancid brownie. But it's an edible. It's the most edible one I've ever had. Which is saying, it's saying something, because I've had some that were pretty close to being edible, but not edible. That one I could probably eat the whole thing and get away with it. So let's mix this up a little bit so it's not so loafy looking. That way it's a little bit more pleasing to the eye, I would say. And I'm going in for a big old bite, because I ain't scared of this one at all. I know it was sealed perfect. It smells perfect. It looks Absolutely fantastic. Get a look at that. All right, here we go. Down the hatch with the main. Mmm. Oh, yeah. That's hot. That's really hot. Very hot. Kaylin says, I've never had a ration of soul. Definitely want to try a vintage ration. I got some good edible ones, Kaylin. All you got to do is hit me up. I think I've offered before. Just hit me up sometimes. I've got those 93s. They're all good. I'm not sure on your dietary restrictions, though, so you'd have to just email me. Definitely digging in on this thing. Landell says Mountain House guarantees their freeze-dried food for 30 years. But the military only puts 3 to 5 years shelf life on something like this. You know, if the military had decided that they were going to store these in some cool warehouse somewhere and say, I don't know, up north somewhere where it doesn't get super hot and there's not a lot of humidity. If they had made that decision to store them in a very cool warehouse back in the day, these things, I mean, they could have used these things for 10 to 15 years without any question at all. After that, I would say your brownies start getting a little weird. And I'd say that's about when the fig bars started to get a little weird for some people. For me, I like them that way. Some people would like them that way. Some people, I don't know, some people wouldn't. I want to try this chicken soup out. It's looking pretty enticing back there. Chicken noodle soup. Mmm. That's really good. Tastes like winter. Tastes like winter. Yeah, this rice and chicken's really, really good, guys. The flavor, you got a really nice, hearty, thick taste of chicken broth. And the rice is cooked perfectly. The chicken itself, it has a good flavor. Even though it's a little bit of brown meat in there, it adds a nice, strong chicken flavor on top of the chicken stock flavor that's already there. It's really good. And other than Mountain House, I'm trying to think. I don't know of anything else that's even like this that I could buy. Not that tastes like this or similar. The Mountain House, of course, you can buy the rice and chicken. Exact same main, rice and chicken, not chicken and rice. You can buy rice and chicken from Mountain House. And the ones at Walmart went from 2 servings to 5, I believe 4 or 5 servings now. And they cost more and they're a whole lot more food. Oops. Add a little cracker in there. Mm-hmm. Try to chow down while it's hot. Be looking and reading comments, and I'll be responding to them as I'm chowing down here. Who doesn't feel good? It says Mary doesn't feel good. Oh, feel better, hun. Merry Christmas, Dennis Hamilton said. Trying to see who he was talking to. Kayla says John just uploaded a video, so Multi-Magnum might have just uploaded a video. If you guys don't know who John is, that's Multi-Magnum, or John Magnum as we call him. James Ortiz says 2.5 servings at Wally World. Maybe it used to be single servings then. Did it go from single serving to 2.5 servings? I may have had that mixed up a little bit. Oh, Anonymous just got a day. I'm jealous. I had some deer heart a couple of years back, and it was awesome. My buddy that I work with, he has so many deer every year, and he would bring steaks in and just all kinds of stuff he would make with it. He'd make like noodles in a broth with meat. It just like burgers, just everything with venison. I'll tell you what. The last time I had this recently was when Ordo sent that homemade ration that he made, and it was a fresh rice and chicken. It was 2.5 servings, I guess. And yeah, that's what it was. Anyways, it didn't have as much intense flavor as this has. The chicken stock's more intense. It's a little bit salty, but I like that. I'm not complaining at all. The crackers add a nice little change in texture that it definitely needs because this is so much food. Like, I've probably already eaten what's in a typical 8-ounce MRE main. Said and done, after this rehydrated, this was probably about at least a pound and a half of food, I would say. Don Watts says, hate to do it, but he's got to go. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. Good name. I'm fond of it. I'm out on that conversation. James says, you are so graciously welcome, John. Yep, we'll catch you on the flip there, Don. Happy New Year, my friend. I need to text you, Don Juan. Meant to do that the other day and didn't do it. I'll try to remember to do it tonight. I had a spoonful of the soup in. I gotta take care of this dog. Be right back. He's just sitting there whining. Tell you what, adding that little bit of soup in there really turned it up. What I'm going to do now is add some old Tabasco I had laying around here, which I can just pretty much guarantee you that the guys that were eating these in extreme cold weather probably had a few of these in their ruck or even in their pocket maybe, that they kept from MREs. And that is a lot of Tabasco. There's actually a good little bit of Tabasco in one of these bottles. I can eat probably 3 full 8-ounce meals with this, 8-ounce mains with this. And this is the exact same amount that comes in the little sachets. You open one of those sachets, you can't save that. They need to go back to this because I feel like this would probably save them money. They wouldn't have to put it in every accessory packet. Just tell the guys to save them up, because they're resealable and reusable. Well, I wouldn't say reusable, but resealable, and you can use it on more than one meal. But that Tabasco that I just put on here is from 94, $1.95, I believe. So it's fitting. I'll take that back. $91. And it is hot. Man, it's hot. Whew. Oh. That's probably the hottest bottle of Tabasco that I have. Oh. I'm going to move on from the chicken and rice here in a second. Finish up the part that has Tabasco on it. My mouth is on fire right now. Wow. That is seriously some strong Tabasco, guys. Eat a little bit more of this chicken soup. I'm just going to drink the whole bowl. Sorry about that. That was my bird deciding it was time to fly in here and wake everybody up. There we go. Gonna need that. And I needed these a long time ago. I should have got them out a long time ago. Went all this time without wiping my face. Yeah. Clean this off a little bit so that way I can use it to stir the drinks up a little bit. There we go. What are we going to go with next? Let's go with the... let's go with the cider. Yeah. I think that's the cider. It's got old, that's in old Bobby. No, that's not. This got to be the cider. Oh yeah, that's the cider. That is so good. Sweet. Tangy. It's got a super strong apple flavor. Oh, so refreshing. So just the warmth going right down into my core it's a wonderful feeling. Looks like Gundog's dipping out. Thanks for stopping by, Gundog. Really appreciate your hanging out here, man. Got some cool news I'll fill you guys in on at the just sometime right here, right now. What do I want to go for next? It's like, what do I want to eat next? Let's try the fig bar. That's too dessert-like. We know this is good. I'm going for this apple stuff. This apple drink. Apple drink. Why am I calling it? This is orange. This is orange. Not apple. Not a mistake. Just a happy accident. That's all that was. Here we go. I think Steve's still here. He's probably just, yeah, I think he's still here. Okay, that tastes weird, but it doesn't taste bad. It's not like any orange drink that I've ever had before. It definitely does not taste like Tang, like it normally does from this era. I think it's the vitamin. I think it's just what I can assume. I don't know this for sure. Whoa. Oh, man, that looks funky. Super funky. Donald says, Steve's the first guy got me to watch this. You though need to get back because of your frequent posting. You though are my go-to because of your frequent posting. Oh, me? I wish I posted all the time. It's so hard to get videos shot and edited anymore. I can't wait to get some done though. I've got some in queue. Yes, sir. One of them. Well, actually a few of them. Thanks to you guys out there watching this right now. Some of you guys and viewers that have sent stuff in. But Steve actually just sent me the real MRE pizza. And I want to try to get that review done and up before the first of the year. I'm going to try to get it put up in 2018 since it's a 2018 MRE. Hopefully, I will be successful with that. Yeah, this is just weird. Oh, and anybody who's in here right now, we got, what, 59 folks? Any of you guys who aren't subscribed to good old Shocker over there or Sticky Fingers, especially trying to get Shocker's numbers up a little bit. If any of you guys go over there, check out Shocker. If you like even a little bit of what he's doing over there, hook him up with a subscribe. It's just nice to see those subscriber numbers go up a little bit. He definitely deserves it. He just posted a video too. I think it was a Hungarian, or I can't remember. Was it a Hungarian? Somebody else could probably tell me. Yes, sir, Daniel. I actually do have the menu number 23. Got it yesterday. Yep. It's kind of like a unicorn. Everybody's talking about seeing it, but ain't nobody actually seen it. I mean, we know they're out there. They're just, my guess is the fellows that are getting them right now, which aren't very many because it's still 2018. They're not passing out a whole lot of 2018 MREs, but there are some going out. And the ones that do, most of those fellas are keeping them and eating them because they've been wanting to try it too. It's it's a thing. I mean, it's a thing that's been 35 years, 36 years now in the making. It's definitely one of those monumental things that have happened with MREs this year in 2018. Something that's been on the docket to happen for a long, long time. Sticky Finger says he's got to crack into his ditch ration. Is that a ration for when you're stuck in the ditch? I know you probably meant Dutch. It's just horsing with you. Alright, I'm digging into one of these, man. I've been looking forward to this. If Steve's still around, I'll open these up right now, too, after I try this. And we'll give that blueberry one a try, if he's still here. Hang on, I'll just text him real quick. Hey. Oops. Let me take a bite of this one. This crystallization right here on the end, guys, is something very unique to the old fig bars or old fruit bars like this. And I don't know anywhere else you could get a bar like this other than an old ration. So here we go with the crystal bite. Oh, yeah. That is awesome. That sugar hits you right away. The fig is awesome. I don't know, something about them. They have a slight. This one isn't as bad as some that I've had, because that's still pretty light colored. I've had some that were almost as dark as this. I mean, they're very dark brown. And those ones have a very, very strong fermented taste. This one just has a slight fermented taste to the fig. I guess that fruit, after time, it starts to ferment a little bit. Mmm. Oh, wow. That's got crystallization going all the way down the bar on the inside. Interesting. Oldsmokey. I had to head on out. Dan says he's got to go. Sunday afternoon family thing. Thanks for the stream, though. I'll watch it back later. And Merry Christmas, Dan. Thank you so much. Cyanide cookies, Dan, whatever. Really appreciate you, man. I got you something out in the mail the other day. Hopefully, I mean, who knows how long it'll take to get to Australia, though. So be looking for that. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, man. Got to go with the blueberry bars now. Ooh, look at that. They're a little bit busted up. Let me smell them. They smell completely different. Yeah, look at this. You guys see that crystallization going on there? See how much darker this one is than that? Pretty good bit. That's a pretty substantial amount darker than this one. So let's see what the blueberry bar. Oh wow, look at that side. Oh man, there's a lot of sugar going on there. And then there's your center of your actual blueberry filling. And this has that fermented smell. So let's give it a try. Oh wow, that's way softer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be hard. That's got an extra something going on there that doesn't have. This has a tanginess. Also, the blueberry flavor is pretty pronounced. A lot more so than I figured it would be. Because I've had, modern, over-the-counter blueberry type bars like this, like Nutri-Grain or whatever. And there's not a whole lot of difference between them and a cherry one or a fig one or whatever. They all taste about the same. I didn't expect such a drastic difference between this and that. And there is. The blueberry flavor is very, very pronounced. And it's a little bit fermented. I ain't gonna lie. It's got a little bit of that. I guess it's yeasty alcohol, boozy, like a boozy flavor. If you guys have ever had the chocolate First Strike bars, that's how I describe those. They taste boozy to me. They taste like alcohol. I subbed you, Renee. We seem to have a lot in common. Rum lovers, Irish, MREs. Renee just made a new buddy. That's good. Congrats, Mickey Joe's MREs reviews. Oh yeah, Mickey Joe. Is he here? Yeah, Mickey Joe's got a new review out. You guys ought to go check that out. It's a French, I think it's a French RCIR. And it's actually been doing pretty well on YouTube. So I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, but you guys definitely should go check it out. I plan on maybe if I get to chill out for a while tonight, I might go check that out if I can. I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to prefer these blueberry ones over the fig ones. I never thought that would happen. Maybe it's just where these ones are a good bit more aged or fermented or whatever. I'll set some out there so you can see the comparison. But there's what's going on in that package, so you guys know I'm just I got the two biggest chunks out. But that crystallization on the outside of that sugar. Super tasty. Let me go back and read what Mickey Joe had to say here real quick. Thanks, Renee. My latest video has over 100 views. Oh, you mean 1,000 views, dude. 1,000 views in 72 hours, which is a phenomenal for him. His watch time's really good, too. Which, Hawkbeast says the age adds taste. It does, but not always in a good way. And some people would try that and hate it. I know this. But me personally, I've described it to you guys the best I can to what it tastes like to me. You guys might pick that up and take a bite and think that it's completely different. But to me, it's exactly how I've described it. And this chocolate drink, the cocoa beverage powders, is quite different than normal. Hey, Steve says, hey, John. Those RCIR vids plus the Coca-Cola review all are each over 1,100. Something, I don't know, man. This cocoa beverage powder is so much different than what I'm used to. It's a stronger chocolate flavor, but it also has this, it's just something else that I can't put my finger on. I'm trying to pick it up. I can't figure out what that is. But, Steve, I was just telling them that I hate to say it, but I might even actually prefer the blueberry bars over the fig bars. But it might be where those fig bars are in pretty good shape, and these are on that fermented side like I like them, with all the crystallization going on, because, you know, I dig that. So that's one of my favorite parts, when they get nice and crystallized like that right there. Yeah. But that blueberry flavor, that's something else too. I like that. I like that a lot. So I thought I was going to be able to eat all this. No, I didn't. I was going to try. I'm doing what I can. Guys, my stomach's not very big. Like, as far as what I can take down in one sitting. I probably, I don't know, 3 years ago, I probably could have eaten all this in one sitting. But now, there's just no way. No way, unfortunately. After I got hurt and some things happened, my stomach shrank, I believe. And I can't take down as much food as I used to be able to. Oh, I cannot stand that when they do that. I got a stash of maybe 8 or so packs of 98 Warnix that are perfect and no You don't like that? Huh. I love the crystallization and stuff, dude. I love it. So, since I got you on here, what's different about this this hot chocolate or this cocoa beverage powder, Steve? Because something's definitely different. It's much more, I don't know, it seems more rich, but there's a different flavor in that I just cannot put my finger on. I do not know what that is. I just got to say that that's perfect, man. There's always a place for him then. Yeah, if you don't like him, I do. That's my favorite. Honestly, I prefer them darker than this even. Probably like the next, you know how they go in stages. Probably the next stage darker than this even. Maybe even the stage after that. I've had them pretty dark and really enjoyed them. So, what were the darkest ones I had? I can't remember. I'm sure you probably sent them to me. And I opened them up and they were super dark. But I really liked them. So, let's give this Tootsie Roll a try. This will help clean my palate out a little bit. Oh, look at that. Oops, focus. There we go. Super pliable. Yep. Tootsie Roll. That'd be awesome if I could end up joining you for that little excursion, dude. That would be awesome. Like around July, August, somewhere along in there. That would be so cool. And this is the infamous granola bar. And this thing looks kind of... Tell me if that doesn't look kind of weird, dude. Hey, I did find some cool rations recently. This smells good. I bet none of you have had old Tootsie Rolls. I've never seen one bloom. I've never seen a Tootsie Roll bloom, but they do, especially, well, I've seen them melt and reform, and they get weird after they do that. That's one way a Tootsie Roll can go bad. Another way a Tootsie Roll can go bad that I've seen, they get really, really hard. I don't know what happens to them whenever they're not stored properly, but they get rock solid, rock hard, and they're inedible, in my opinion. They'll break your teeth. I've had a couple like that. So let's see what's going on inside the good old granola bar. Let's see if it's held up as well as everything else seemed to have. I love that. Right away, got that cinnamon and sugar. Then you get that whole grain kind of flavor. I would call it a whole grain flavor. I got a December 1986 U.S. Army emergency ration. Oh, yeah. Sealed. Band case, 24 feet pack of long range patrols, 68. And a 1908 British emergency. Ration field service in great shape. The best one in the world, dude. I have to say and it's probably going to be edible. We both agree on that. I think it's probably going to be edible. Yeah, you can use a paper mask. You can use just a regular respirator with regular filters. And then you got to go respirator with charcoal or chemical filters. That way it filters out the smell and you don't really smell things. That would be your 3 different stages of respirators that you would use reviewing MREs and rations. Nobody's going to go as far as having a supplied air, but that is also another possibility, I guess. Something, I don't know, man. It's just super strange to me. It almost tastes like it's got the coffee in it. Some Korean War, Vietnam War, and 90s military manuals. I got a M17A1 with biofilters for my worst ones. Oh yeah, you got the straight up military respirators. I don't have any. Everything I've ever had is civilian. I've never had a military respirator yet. I'd like to have one. I don't need to have one, but I would like to have one. Okay, so the granola bar is out of this world. Fantastic. Cinnamon, sugar, whole grains, granola. I mean, one thing I noticed about this one that other ones that I've had, the chew, usually, in the other ones I've had, which have been out of, wow. I got totally sidetracked because of those noises. But anyways, they've been out of food packet survival general purposes. And they have kind of a nutty texture and also a little bit of a nutty flavor to them. I'm not picking that up in this one at all. This just tastes like straight up granola, a cinnamon and sugar granola. That's what that tastes like. So I'm interested to see if the oatmeal cookie bar is any different, because I just had one of these last week, been a week ago today, and it was absolutely in perfect condition. I mean, I had edible cheese spread from 1992 in that. Like, you can't ask for anything better than that. So let's see. Let's see how this thing's holding up. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Hmm. Well, I think I'm going to have to say it. I think flavor-wise, this is probably the best one I've ever had. This tastes more like oatmeal. Let me rephrase that. This tastes more like oatmeal than any other one that I've ever had. If I was blindfolded and you gave me a bite of that, I would tell you right away that that was oatmeal. Really good. Very fresh tasting. Not too sweet. It's got a good crunch to it too. Not too bad. Not too bad. So we got some M&Ms here that feel perfect, I gotta say. But what I'm going to do right now, I think I've tried everything except that and the gum. Even blueberry bars that weren't, oops, that weren't in this ration, didn't come in this ration. But what I'm thinking is, for this special occasion, I have this one 1967 or 65, 64, sorry, 1964 Lucky Strike. I sent the pack and the one remaining cigarette out to someone day before yesterday, something like that. But let's see how the good old matches are holding up. That one, you guys can see that. Point that out. That one got coated up way higher than the rest of them for some reason. Last time I tried to pull a match out from the back, I pulled like 3 out. Hey, Viking MTG again. Thank you so much, man. That looks like a moon rock. Are you talking about this? Numerous things could look like moon rocks at this point. Thank you so much for that donation, man. Really appreciate that. There we go. Oh, yeah. Doesn't look super easy. Oh, yeah. Good old Lucky Strike. Got a canned camel. Got to have one, too. Bought a bunch of Spanish breakfast for MRE. Already ate 6 of the 9. It was a slaughter. The breakfast is the only one that comes with the stove in it, if I'm not mistaken. Which, it makes total sense. If you're getting handed an entire day's meals all at once, you could use that one stove at least one day. All you gotta do is flatten it out and throw it in the next meal's box. I mean, it might stink a little bit, though, because those fuel tabs smell like fish. Oh, no. Okay, so is it only that one that has or doesn't have fuel tabs? I'm not sure. It's something weird like that, right? And of course, the toothbrush comes in the breakfast. The breakfast only. Breakfast has the toothbrush, and all 3 have toothpaste, and all 3 have stoves. Really? So, which one gets the fuel tabs then? 2 fuel tabs for breakfast, and 3 for lunch, and 3 for dinner. Huh. I thought there was one that didn't come with a stove. Who did I watch? Oh, it was Dave's 45 Auto. It was probably about a week ago, maybe longer. I'm not sure. My timeline's a little messed up right now. But he had a Spanish, and it seemed like it didn't have either. It didn't have a stove. It didn't have a stove. I'm almost positive it didn't have one. Had the fuel tabs, but it didn't have a stove, I think. Oh no, Smokey, you're smoking it backwards. No, I'm not. Easy. Always smoke it like that. That's how they come out of the pack. Come out of the pack. The way I would see it, just like the Camels right here. Look. See? So your Camels on top right there. That's the way I always smoke them. The label goes at the bottom where your fingers go. And it's the last thing to burn up is your label. Oops. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. So I was getting a hard time. Was it 2 days ago, 3 days ago? I'm going to talk about it. I don't care. I was getting a hard time in the comments a little bit about I'm glorifying smoking. So, and I told this person I'm not glorifying it. Absolutely not. I don't recommend that anyone smokes. Not in the slightest. I definitely recommend against it, as a matter of fact. Just the opposite of what they were implying, in my opinion. So yeah, don't pick them up and never start. That's just common sense, I guess, really. I just kind of think that's something most people know. And when we were kids, it was a little bit different back then. I mean, it's still known that you shouldn't smoke. It was cool back then. Now kids today have a great advantage over what we had. It's not cool to smoke anymore. Not like it used to be. It used to be cool to, at lunchtime at school, man, you 15, 16 years old smoking cigarettes and stuff like that. It's not cool like that anymore. It's frowned upon, actually, by other kids. So I couldn't be happier about that. I don't think either one of my kids will ever pick up smoking, knock on wood. I really hope that's the case. I'm excited about the condensed milk. What are we talking about? I think every ration should contain a breakfast condensed milk component. I do too, man. It just makes sense, really. I mean, number one, you can eliminate the non-dairy creamer that way. You can just have the sweetened condensed milk. I guess maybe some people don't want the sweetness added to the coffee and they just want the straight cream added to the coffee. So I can see the benefit to both, or the reasoning for both, I guess I should say. You should have to go and use U.S. military forums or some German field gear site. Would not know 100% where I wish to be a better help. Reminds me of old Joe Camel ads. That reminds me. Check this out. Broke this out last stream, but look at that. That is so cool. Camel Cash. We got one Joe Camel buck, and it says Joe is the treasurer of Camel Zone. Really cool artwork, though. I mean, they put some time and effort into that. You got to admit, it wasn't just something that they came up with on a whim. I don't think. I think they put some time into it. Leche. I think I pronounced that right. Leche. I like the cakes and stuff. Like, I picked them up at Mexican food grocery stores. I picked up some leche. I think I'm saying that right? Leche. And I really kind of liked it. It's pretty good, in my opinion. That came out of this pack right here of Camel Lights. And it turns out that pack, as you can see right here, it's from 1991. So I was dead on when I was telling you guys that they were from late 80s, early 90s. Some of these are from the late 80s, and those ones just happen to be from 1991. Now, the full flavor Camels, I believe, are from 1989 that I have. I don't have a pack of them sitting right here. Maybe I do. I thought I did. Huh. I don't know what I've done with them. Then I got these Salems that I need to get into. Oh, can't remember who it was that liked the menthols so well, but I offered to send him a pack of these out because I have 3 packs of them and I don't need them. So might pass a pack along to my father-in-law, but I doubt he'd want to smoke old cigarettes. So how is the weather over there, Vasily? Is outdoors here? Oh yeah, Outdoor Tactical is here. Hey, what's up, dude? Glad you made it. I'll send you a pack, dude. They're really cool looking, if nothing else, just for display. I mean, if you don't want to, they're really cool. Got a really shiny lucite type packaging on the outside. I think this is like a promotional packaging on the outside. I think if you took this off, it would be a standard pack underneath that. But yeah, all 3 packs look like this, and that it was a promotional thing. I think it was buy one get 2 free back in the late 80s, early 90s. Well, they would never do something like that again. Well, just you mark that down as you got one coming your way then, my friend. Definitely it'll go in the box. Caitlin says she remembers when her parents smoked these Salems. I was never really around a whole bunch of menthols. My whole family was a standard tobacco, full flavor type of folks. And when I was little, they used to smoke brands. My mom and my grandma and my dad always smoked Marlboros until, I don't know when he quit. I don't know if he did quit. But they turned into smoking the cheapest thing that they could get. Seems like it started out with basics and then it went to Durals. My grandma used to get some really cool stuff from Doral. I've got a Zippo knife that came from Doral in like a metal box that she got. I've got a Zippo lighter also that came in a box. I think it's in a box. It might not be. And then I don't think the basic never gave anything away. Now Doral did. Doral was all about the promotional items. They had some cool stuff that they gave away. So these M&Ms, almost don't even want to open them because they feel like they're perfect. And I'm pretty full, to be quite honest. So unless you guys really want to see these, I'm going to just hang on to them. I'll give you guys a minute on that. But I will have this for dessert. And the tear notch isn't wanting to work for me. There we go. Yeah, I can see that, dude. I can see that. Let me rearrange a little bit. Let's get all the brown goodness out of there. Turn that over like so. Oh, look at that. Poof. It's gone. Alright, I'm going to move this back a little bit. And we're going to just have this right out of the bag. Well, I guess I need to clean this up too. So, there's so much oatmeal in one of these packages. Steve was telling me today that he had a strawberry one, and that's what got me thinking. I was hoping I got a strawberry one in this, but I got a bunch of strawberry oatmeal in there, so no worries there. It's not the same. I know I've never had Ration Cold Weather oatmeal. Let's hope this looks good. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Making a mess. Not that it's not chaos right now anyways. Okay. Be careful here. There we go. Still got a little bit of stuff going everywhere, but not too bad. Give it a smell. Smells like apple and cinnamon. Golly, that's a lot. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and I'm going to half this portion off screen right here. But I do not need to make all this at all. Just a little bit for dessert right now. Looks like it's got dried milk powder in it too. Okay. So I'll put about 3/4 of it in here. That way I can have that later. What an experience to have my first Ration Cold Weather live with you guys. Steve's hanging out, telling me what's what with the good old Ration Cold Weather. Get a little bit of hot water into that. Alright. Not going to take a whole lot of water, I don't think. Probably not much at all. Whoops. Sorry about that. Yep. Not a mistake, just a happy accident. Just a happy accident. Mix that up a little bit in there. That's going to be so hot that I can't touch it right now. You guys can see what's going on in there. Looks like it's mixing up good. I like my oatmeal to be a little bit runny about like that is right now, so which it'll soak in and reconstitute even more than what it is right now. Oh man, that tasted really good off that spoon. Yes, it did. What I'm going to do is roll that bag down like so. Oh, ain't no waiting going to have to go on here. It's ready to go. Ready to go. Look at that. That's perfect. Creamy. The apple and cinnamon balance is very good. Just the right amount of apple flavor. Not too much cinnamon. It's not overly sweet. That's much better than I thought it was going to be. This blows anything I've had from the store out of the water. What is it, Quaker? Is it Quaker? The name brand that I get in the apple and cinnamon. This is really good. I'm impressed. That's a killer dessert. Especially the wintertime. Nice and hot. It's going down really, really smooth. Really nice. So my son's friends, I gotta tell you guys about this. If you guys were here for the last live stream, I tried out a Mountain Dew. It was a, what was it? Pomegranate cranberry, I believe. Or cranberry pomegranate. Well, anyways, his friends have decided that they're going to make memes about or with the live stream. And there's this kid from West Virginia. Oops, I went into, sorry. Whoops. Went into YouTube Music. Let me look up Mountain Dew. Okay. And I'll show you guys this clip.
I tried this one chili and it set my mouth on fire and I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
Anyways,
just one chilling that set my mouth
they here, let me explain a little bit. They took this clip right here, and where this kid says Mountain Dew, they used where I said Mountain Dew and inserted me, my voice, into where he says the Mountain Dew part.
I tried this one chilling that set my mouth on fire, and I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's pretty funny though. I got a pretty good kick out of it. I figured I'd share that with you guys. But yeah, I guess they've been in the habit of making memes here recently, and I embrace the meme. I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me at all. I think it's funny. I do. I enjoy it. This is really good. See, the longer it's set, the gooier it's getting. And I like it a little bit more runny than what it is right now. What'd Steve say? See Mickey Joe. Oh yeah, you're probably talking about the leg kit, because I seen around $1,100 number. The only thing I can say about that is most of that was still there after the review, so that's the one plus about that. Being not, you know what I mean. It's still a good a good survival kit. And anything you used in it can be replaced. Oh wow, I just got a big old chunk of cinnamon and sugar right there. That was awesome. And I'll tell you, this apple cider is going to follow that up tremendously. Yeah, Steve, we all appreciate getting to see the old, rare, inexpensive stuff that I don't think really anybody else is willing to go all out on like you do, man. It definitely takes a level of commitment to do the things that you do like that. And anybody in this chat room right now would recognize that, I believe, and be grateful for it. All right. So we're going to break out the camel and wrap the live stream up with the camel like we always do. Had some pretty good well, this, you couldn't ask for much more out of the ration area of this live stream. I got to say that, because the ration really did. It held up pretty daggone well. I mean, this is a little weird, I got to say. I mean, you get a good look at that, you can say, whoa, that's kind of odd. But it actually tastes really good. It doesn't, I know it doesn't look like it should, and maybe it shouldn't, but it does. It tastes really good. It tastes like a fruit and nut bar. Actually, it tastes like a mixed fruit and nut bar that I've had recently. And the oatmeal cookie bar and the granola bar are probably the freshest tasting I've ever had. Now, I do have a 2018 granola, I think it's a granola bar, sitting in there. 2018, just like the ones in the Food Packet Survival General Purpose sitting in there, that I really need to try. I want to see what a super fresh one tastes like, because I don't know. Whoa, I'm into pain, man. Merry Christmas, friend. Thank you so much for the $20 donation there, man. Really, really appreciate that. That was super generous of you, man. And Merry Christmas to you too, dude. I believe you're in Kentucky. And dude, I've got to get that World's Hottest Chip video filmed sometime. I don't know God, I'm just gonna have to man up and do it. Man up and do it. Whew. And that's what I'm gonna have to have a cameraman for too. Yeah, dude. Thanks for hanging out on the stream with the Ration Cold Weather, dude. Really appreciate it, man. And you'll have to come back, man, so I can get that South African opened up and get started on that thing sometime soon. I mean, I think it's good. You said till February, if I'm not mistaken. So sometime before then, before February, we'll have to get into that because I've just got it sitting on standby, waiting on you because I don't really want to get into that one without you. So it'll be here when you're ready, when I'm ready, whatever. We'll plan it out. Yeah, that thing. The only thing I really know personally about South Africa, don't know a whole lot about their military. I know Nelson Mandela was in South Africa there. Wasn't he in jail? He was in jail in South Africa, right? Pretty sure that's where he was in jail at. And then you've got that movie Chappie came out of South Africa. And those folks that were in Chappie called Die Antwoord, I really enjoy them. They're super strange. Their music is super strange in their videos. But I don't know, they grew on me really quickly. I didn't like them when I first saw them, but then they grew on me. So that's about what I know about South Africa. Not a whole lot. The movie Blood Diamond, I believe, was South Africa also, which was a pretty good movie. Old Leonardo did a really good job at picking up that accent and talking like a South African. Nelson Mandela was on the Port Royal in 1998. Port Royal. So what's the Port Royal? Is surely that's not part of, which I mean, I know Australia and New Zealand is tied to the UK, right? They're what's the word I'm looking for? Drawing a blank. These things have pretty much planed out. They were for a long time, for probably about 2 months, getting stronger every time I would light one. They were increasingly getting much stronger. And they pretty much planed out now. And they might even be getting a little more mild now. So these are still a very strong cigarette. These are the canned Camels right here that I opened up like second or third live stream probably. Something like that. We were the first U.S. Navy ships to port in South Africa. Oh, you was on the Navy ships in, what was that, 91 or 98? What'd you say? Let me get back. I think you said 90. Yep, 98. Yeah, the good old Mandela effect, guys. I don't know how many of you guys know about that, or if you don't know about it, as soon as this video wraps up, type in the Mandela effect. And what started that whole thing was everybody remembering, I can't remember what year, I think it was like 2008. Or, yeah, I think it was 2008 that everyone thought that Nelson Mandela had passed away. And all these people remembered watching his funeral on television, like the funeral procession with the coffin and on the back of a open hearse going down the road. They said they remembered seeing the news articles and everything. And then Nelson Mandela didn't pass away till like, I want to say it was 2012. It may have been even later than that. It might have been like 2014 or 16. But so many people had these memories of Nelson Mandela passing away while he was in jail, while he was in prison. And he was actually released from prison. And it's really, really interesting when you start going down what I would call that rabbit hole. It's there's so many things, and there's some things that really stick out to me personally. One in particular that I remember pretty vividly as a child was the Sinbad movie. I think it was called Kazam or Shazam. One was Shazam, one was Kazam. And I remember as a kid thinking that it was super weird that they put a movie out that they were so similar in the name. One was Shazam, one was Kazam, one was Shaquille O'Neal, and one was Sinbad. And I remember that plain as day. And not only me, but I would say thousands and thousands of other people remember it as well. And it never happened. That movie never happened. He never made. Now, if you look on YouTube right now, you'll find about a 5 minute. I think it's about 5 minutes. What I would call a movie clip of Sinbad dressed up as a genie, and he's dressed in purple, I believe. And I believe Shaquille O'Neal. I thought he dressed in purple too, but I think that might have been where he was down in Orlando and they wore purple back then. I'm not sure. Or where he was on the Lakers at some point. I'm not sure why my brain thinks of the purple when I think of Shaquille O'Neal. I'm not sure that he wore purple in his movie. I think he was Kazam, and I think my old lady just said he wore blue in that movie. But it's super interesting once you start going down through there. And, one of the first few that pop up are like the Berenstein Bears, and it's actually spelled the Bernstein Bears. And of course, growing up, especially being a little kid, we'd read books and we'd read the Berenstein Bears, and my teachers and everyone else always pronounced it the Berenstein Bears. Did I pay attention to the exact spelling back then? No, because I was a little kid. I didn't pay any attention. But I do remember it being called the Berenstein Bears, and I remember there being a television show also. I don't remember how they pronounced it on there, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't the Bernstein Bears. I think I would remember that, but maybe not. That's one I can't say much about. But the movie, the Shaquille O'Neal movie, and the Sinbad movie, I'm telling you guys, I remember that very, very plainly. I don't think I'm wrong about this. But according to Sinbad, and according to the fact that you cannot find that movie out there because it doesn't exist, it never happened. And I think it was probably, I don't know, a year or two ago, a couple years ago maybe. I think he did it as a meme. I think he filmed a 5-minute movie thing of what everyone remembered and everyone said happened in his movie, things that people could remember. And that, I believe, is what is on YouTube right now. And I think he would probably say that or admit that he filmed it later on. But as far as Sinbad goes, he straight up denies that movie ever happened. It never happened. He never made that movie. So I think that's pretty interesting. That's the one that really does stick out hardcore to me because that's the one I remember so, so well. But they're coming up with all these other ones all the time. One was Skechers. I don't know what the deal with Skechers are, the shoes. One was has something to do with Nerf, like the way it's written or the way there's like a little thing after the Nerf or something like that. There's all these different ones that are out there now, and they're coming up with new ones probably weekly or maybe even daily that people are finding. But it's pretty interesting. I think it's kind of cool to look at that stuff. But the one that really does interest me, like I said, is the movie one, because I do remember it. And I really don't think that I'm wrong. I really don't. I don't think I'm wrong about that one. Talked about this one last time a little bit. And just going to touch on it real quick because if anybody wants to look into the Las Vegas shooting a little bit and see what's been going on with that, there has been a ton of evidence being released to the public over the last, I'd say 4 to 5 months. Probably started about couple months, 2-3 months before October, and it's and they've been releasing body camera footage. They've been releasing all kinds of stuff. And it's really, really interesting because there are people that are very dedicated to going through these evidence drops, is what they're calling them, where they're just dropping a whole bunch of information out. And the things that have came up in the last week or two are pretty astounding, in my opinion. They heard machine gun fire after midnight on numerous, like 4 or 5 different body cameras picked it up. And there was also the window breaking after midnight that was picked up on body camera. So there's definitely a lot of stuff that they're not telling us. I don't know what it is, but the reason I brought that up is because they actually started a petition and sent it to the White House. I think there's like 150 people signed it so far, but it's a 200,000 people goal to get that investigation reopened. If that petition gets to 200,000, it has to go in front of Congress or something, or in front of some kind of court or something, to see if there's enough evidence to the contrary to reopen the case. And I can tell you right now, there's more than enough. Shoot, they never even came up with a motive for the guy, or a motive for why he did what he did, supposedly. So that's an interesting one, guys. If you want to go down that rabbit hole, I honestly would suggest doing that, because it's kind of like the modern day Kennedy assassination, in my opinion. The way they did the lone gunman, and just all the stuff that they said in the very beginning did not make any sense to me, and that's why I paid so much attention to it, because it really doesn't make any sense. So anybody that wants to get on that one, it's pretty interesting. I'll have to tell you guys the story. Maybe I can get my son to come in here and with me, because it's a longer story. I'll have to do this on a different stream because I'm gonna wrap this one up. But yeah, me and him actually seen something there I don't know, about 3 months ago probably, and it was pretty wild. We both saw it, so it was, kind of cool just not being the only person to see something. You got somebody to back you up, and it was very interesting what we saw. I seen someone mention aliens. Now, aliens, UFO, definitely. Can't identify what we saw. And what got it all started is we saw a bunch of shooting stars one after another, and they look like legitimate shooting stars to me. I mean, that's what they look like. And then we saw something completely different, and we saw it more than once. But yeah, hopefully, maybe I can get my son to come in here and back me up on that. That way you guys don't think I'm completely crazy. You guys probably think I'm crazy already anyway. It's all good. All right, guys. So this has been the opening of the Chicken and Rice 1996 Ration Cold Weather from Right Away Foods. I don't think I could ask for much better. The only thing I could have asked for, maybe 2 things. I'll say 2 things. I don't mind the nut and raisin mix being the way it is. I'm going to eat this the way it is. I don't mind it at all. It tastes good. The crackers are fine. This thing right here, I wish this would have been better. Is it edible? Yes, absolutely. I ate a pretty good chunk of it, actually. I mean, you can see. Yeah, it goes together like that. You can see I ate all that. So I ate a pretty good chunk of it. Now, minus that, sorry. And other than that, and this orange drink being like, look at this thing. Look at that. Super, super weird. Look at the junk in the bottom down in there. It's not supposed to be like that, I'm sure. But yeah, other than that, man, this thing is in impeccable condition. And I'm going to have to package this up so I can eat it later, because I think this will heat up just fine. Might even add a little bit more hot water to help reconstitute it a little bit more, but this has been a fantastic meal. So, great live stream, guys. I won't be talking to you guys before Christmas, but I'll definitely be getting with you guys in between Christmas and New Year's. I'll see you guys next weekend, and maybe I'll try to do something this week. I don't know. It just depends. You know how Christmas week is. It's going to be probably a little bit hectic, and I really appreciate everybody that's tuned in tonight, and especially everyone who was kind enough and generous enough to donate, especially during the Christmas season. Thank you guys so much for all the generous donations. And I also want to say thanks to my patrons. I've got to work on that computer video. I'm still not sure how I'm doing that and exactly how I'm going to pull that off. But I got a couple ideas how I might be able to do it. But yeah, guys, this has been an awesome live stream. I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for taking some time out of your busy holiday season to hang out with me on this live stream. I really do appreciate your time, guys. And hopefully I'll see everybody on the next live stream. Everybody will be coming back for the next one. And tell all your buddies to come, and I'll have something super cool for the next live stream. I'm not exactly sure what it'll be yet, but I've got some pretty cool stuff in queue. And Steve actually sent a few things over. If you guys want to see what Steve sent me, I'm probably going to post that up on my Patreon. I'll post a picture of that up over there and fill people in on what I got there. He was really generous in sending me that pizza MRE and a couple other really cool things. So, yeah, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to the live stream. And if you don't mind, hit that like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. And make sure you hit that notification bell. That way YouTube will let you know when I start a live stream or I post a video or anything of that nature. So, yeah. Alright, so I guess all I got left to do is say thank y'all for watching. And I'll see you on the next ration review. Later.